Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my usual video predictions for the next half of The Walking Dead Season 8, starting with Episode 9. And spoiler warning, if you guys are not caught up for The Walking Dead Season 8, which is up to the mid-season finale, so still pretty crazy after seeing that mid-season finale, still having things kind of sinking in at this point, and just really a lot of questions about the future of the series. So we'll do lots of videos this week giving our thoughts on just, what kind of impact is this going to have? Really just crazy stuff, but as per usual, let's give our thoughts on what we think is going to happen next in the second half, the back half of The Walking Dead Season 8, which will, of course, as per usual, return in February. So, looking forward to that. Going to be kind of nice to have a little bit of a break here, from the series. Of course, we got Christmas coming up. We got, early January here in Canada. It's cold, snow, that kind of thing. So, it's going to be kind of cool to just kind of be able to, I'll be making the regular Walking Dead videos with you guys at least, probably 3, 4, maybe 5 days a week, until the second half returns, discussion topics and all that kind of stuff. But it's just going to be nice to have a little bit of a break. If you guys didn't see, already did a bunch of videos for The Walking Dead Season 8's mid-season finale. We did a reaction video, which is kind of like live viewing reaction just after seeing it. So that's in the channel. You can watch that if you want to see how I reacted to it when I first saw it, or what my initial first, thoughts were right after seeing it. Then we did a full in-depth review where we go over every scene in the episode and gave our thoughts on it. So that one's in the channel too. And then we also did one where we explained, or we went over an interview with Chandler Riggs where he gave his explanation on that big character death, major character death, and why it was done, what his decisions were in that, whether or not he wanted to be killed off the show to leave to go to school or something, which is what a lot of us had thought at first. But definitely check that out. It's in the channel right now if you guys haven't seen it. I'll have all these in the end screen videos for you so you can watch them next after this one. Anyway, so where do we go from here? So let's recap where we have everyone in position right now. We do not have any kind of real description for the second half of The Walking Dead Season 8. We know that we have, Carl, Rick, the Alexandrians in the sewer right now beneath Alexandria. So from that, we are to assume, I would say, that Negan and the Saviors above are not going to know they're there and are going to leave. So after they've pretty much trashed the whole place, which they've pretty much already done at this point anyway, they most likely are going to leave and probably go back to the sanctuary to discuss what they're going to do, how they're going to hunt down everybody, what their next move is going to be. While that's happening, I'm thinking Rick and the others will probably spend an episode, most likely, or at least part of an episode, with Carl in the sewer, maybe getting to know a little bit about Sadiq, and but mostly probably reflection on saying their goodbyes, that kind of thing. And that's one thing about them killing Carl off in this way, where you do the zombie bite. He can have those last few touching moments with Rick and with Michonne, and the others as well too, and they can kind of all say their goodbyes. So it's probably going to be a pretty sad start to the second half of The Walking Dead Season 8, but it definitely makes sense for them to do so because this is just such a huge character death. Even though a lot of us might have preferred to see him just be blown up by a grenade or something, and that would have been crazy, at least this way they all get to kind of say their goodbyes and they get to have a little bit more in next episode for that. Chandler Riggs has pretty much said as much, that we haven't seen, we do have probably one more episode left, and we might have some hallucination sequences with him in them later on. We might have some memory type of sequences with him and Rick or something. So even though his time in the series is done in terms of filming, and Carl's basically dead, at this point, but we're going to see a little bit more from that before he finally, has to be put down as a walker or what have you. We are to assume as well that it happened while he was with Sadiq, actually, and not actually in the finale itself. It was actually before, but it was just kind of revealed, or we found out about it just now. So I'm thinking that's where we're going to start, once they maybe bury Carl or something like that, or whatever they do with that in the first episode. Probably the next few will most likely them kind of getting all their gear together, getting whatever they have together, and going to the Hilltop We do know that Maggie has said that this is going to be their last stand there at the Hilltop, which is really cool setup. I mean, that is an awesome setup for a final battle location in the series, because Alexandria is destroyed right now. The sanctuary has pretty much been mostly destroyed, or it's definitely not in good shape after the the attack on it and everything. The Hilltop is really the one place where we have not really seen much action, and it's going to be exciting to see kind of that final battle where Rick and the others kind of go there. You have Maggie, you have the others, and then maybe Negan and the Saviors eventually attack next half season. But it's going to be interesting how this is going to go. Is All Out War going to last the whole season? Is there enough there for an entire back half? Is it going to wrap up, within maybe half of that, 4 episodes, 5 episodes, something like that? We're going to have to wait and see what more they have for us kind of planned here. But so we got that going on. So Rick and the others most likely going there. Maggie being there, kind of getting ready for the next attack. Maybe they'll attack back against the Saviors in some way. They do have the Doctor. They do have, Gabriel back at the Hilltop too. Then you have the Kingdom that's somewhere, in and around. So are we to assume that the Kingdom people will go where Carol told them? Carol can maybe lead them to the Hilltop as well, and they can all kind of get together there. So you have the greater survivors all together at the Hilltop or something like that. I think that makes sense. We do know that Ezekiel has been captured, so we'll have to see, what use he can be made of, by them having him, by Gavin and the others having him. But Morgan was in and around there somewhere. So could Morgan maybe help him escape? That could be exciting for an episode if they're able to do something like that and kind of just get out of there. Maybe Morgan, somehow takes down most of Gavin's group or something, tracks him or something. I wouldn't put it past him, since we got to see earlier this season, and we already kind of knew anyway how dangerous Morgan is and how he's just a super badass. So that's really cool. So thinking something like that's going to happen. Ezekiel, I think, will survive this. Somehow he's going to get out of there. You got Jerry, who's in there too, who's most likely at the Hilltop, I think, right now. Because he wasn't killed. Neil was instead. And so you have all that happening at the sanctuary. Laura, of course, is going to tell the others that Dwight was the inside man and that he was the traitor. So they're going to know. Negan's probably going to... They might have a bit of an episode with that where they have a meeting and she tells them what she knows. And, Negan's going to be pretty surprised. Somewhere Sherry's out there, too. So we might, could we see her this half or next half? Some of that, like season 9 or something like that. That'd be cool. And the Oceanside as well, too. So a lot of stuff going on here in different locations. Will the Oceanside decide to join up? I think they will, even though they certainly did not get off to the right foot with Enid shooting and killing Natanya, who's Cindy's grandma. So, but then again, she was the leader who did not want any part of this war. So maybe the others will decide that they do that. But they can't be pleased that Enid shot and killed her. And also, how is Enid going to react when she finds out that Carl's dead? Wow, yeah, so really crazy stuff. The final battle should be epic as all hell, man. I mean, this really, if you think of this season, this might go down as one of the best seasons ever for The Walking Dead. It really might. I mean, that first half, crazy death in the middle, huge death, and then the back half, this season is really impressive, man. I mean, they put so much work. This is just crazy, right? The scale and everything is just, oh man, it's fantastic. So as far as prediction go, I mean, that's as much as we can really say right now. We'll have to see how they kind of fill in the details with this and some of the back and forth. But really, before the end of the season, All Out War should be finished. Scott Gimple did confirm that we will see a definitive winner at the end. And, you got to root for the good guys. It's going to be, Rick and the others. And that the final battle will be at the Hilltop. So that's all I can really say for predictions right now for you guys. I think the Oceanside will join in. I think they will help, even though it's kind of crazy. But they might get an episode or 2 out of that with them kind of debating it and, somehow punishing Enid or something for what she did there. And everybody kind of coming together and, some great final battles here to see this thing resolved, man. All Out War, the end of it. And then we have Morgan and Fear after that this year. So lots of great stuff coming from Walking Dead. And, eventually... maybe near the end of the season, the start to the Whispers, and into season 9, the Whispers actually come full in and rebuilding, because it's going to take quite a while to rebuild the communities after all this damage has been done. So write your comments below. Let me know what your guys' predictions are. What do you think we're going to see in the back half of The Walking Dead season 8? Crazy stuff. And have a video for you guys tomorrow on why, or maybe later today, why did they kill Carl off in the mid-season finale? Just such a crazy thing that I'm still stuck on it. I'm going to do lots of videos and talk this through with you guys. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. Check out the other videos here if you guys haven't seen them yet. You can share, you can favorite, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it, and you can do it at the bottom left. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. See you guys soon. Well, I hope you're wearing your subscribing pants. What? Your subscribing pants. Because you're going to subscribe to this channel wearing those pants.